Hi guys, and welcome back to FPL Journey. As you might be able to hear, I have a bit of a cold going on. So sorry about that. So looking forward to Gameweek 24, and as a lot of people are thinking of, we're all thinking ahead of that to that double slash blank game week in Gameweek 25 and trying to save transfers. So coming up to this week, there's a lot of questions that are floating about in my head. So I'll just try and set up my team and see what way we go. So I want to get Shaw in. Who do I take out for Shaw? I mean, Mitrovic is yellow flagged, although from reading some reports, it does look like he is likely to play. But just with that injury, you don't know how effective he's just going to be. Martinelli hasn't been quite as effective in recent game weeks, and we can see actually from the FPL update that his expected goals is way down on what it had been earlier in the season, and this may be to do with the fact that they were playing Man City, but also his expected goals against Everton was zero as well, and he was hooked at 58 minutes. And the fact that Trossard is there, I feel like he's starting to become a little bit of a minutes risk. Now, in hindsight, it does look good that he actually started the game against Man City. You have to think from Arteta's perspective that he was going to play his best team against Man City. So he might still think that Martinelli is still part of his best team, despite taking him off at 75 minutes. So he could well play, but I mean, it is getting to the stage where we feel like Trossard could get minutes. Another minutes risk is Bueno, who I was really hoping would start playing again, due to the fact he's a double game week next week. And with Fulham and Liverpool next week, Bournemouth this week, it would be great if he was playing, but I just don't know, so I'm going to leave him on the bench for now. In terms of captaincy, there's a few good options this week. You have Haaland away to Nottingham Forest is the obvious pick, but you also have Rashford at home to Leicester, and in the form that he's been in, I mean, it's someone definitely to consider. You also have De Bruyne, Nottingham Forest, although Nottingham Forest in recent weeks have been so much better. Their form has peaked, but also Leicester's form has got a lot better as well. So it is actually difficult to make a call. But right now, what I'm thinking is Haaland for captain, and I'm going to make oh, I was meant to be vice captain. I'm going to make Haaland my captain, make him my vice captain, put Mitrovic as first sub, so that if Martinelli doesn't start, Mitrovic will come on. If Mitrovic doesn't play, then Andreas will come on. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave my team as it is. There is thoughts to maybe take out Trippier. He's playing Liverpool, tough fixture. But I feel like, Newcastle this season have they've done well against all the top sides. You have to look. He got 8 points against Arsenal there. He got 6 points against United here. So he has done well against the top sides. I mean, the last time they played Liverpool, he got 0 points. But then there's Man City there, 6 points. So he can haul against all the top sides. So I think I'm just gonna set and forget with him. Because of Mitrovic's injury worries, I feel like it's maybe better to just leave him on the bench. But if something happens, or one of the players like Trippier or Martinelli or whatever doesn't play, then he'll come on. Although I feel like Trippier will definitely play. But I'm more thinking Ake, because he wasn't picked to start against Villa, and he only came on the last 5 minutes, which was a real hit from a double game week. I was hoping he would get 90 minutes in both those games, but unfortunately got hit by Pep Roulette again. So thinking of rolling the transfer due to the fact some of doubles and some of blanks next week. So that extra transfer will be very useful next week. And it'll also allow me to gather more information on whether players like Bueno is actually going to play, and allow me to make a better decision. I mean, Gameweek 23 for me was a bit of a disaster. Why on earth did I leave Shaw on the bench? I also left Andreas out. I mean, if I had swapped them in, could have been an extra, you're talking an extra about 13 points, which could have seen me do pretty decent. But unfortunately, I made the wrong decision in hindsight. Yeah, I mean, you look at it and you think, oh, play your double game week players. Trippier had Bournemouth, so you thought, oh, maybe that's a better fixture than Leeds, but Leeds was the right fixture and Shaw was the man to play. But I made a huge mistake. So what a disaster there. So moving on, it's unfortunate. I've had a huge red arrow down from like 190,000 down to 325,000, but it is what it is. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed following along with me here at FPL Journey. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Thank you.